Hi. I'd like to ask a question about the idea, the concept of justice, and how this fits in to the Armenian genocide story and so many other stories. To me, justice is almost a human need. There's a requirement we seem to have in ourselves for justice. And I wonder if you could speak to that from your perspectives as Armenians and as you view it in the broader sense of the world context and how we are.
To me, the Armenian genocide issue was the awakening when I was younger to see other injustices around the world. It was like the opening for me to look around and go, okay, if this is a truth that's being denied for, political gain or some type of political capital, then what other truths are there that we're not hearing about? What other horrible atrocities, be they human rights or, I got into environmental rights because of it as well. And you start to see life as a balance-imbalance issue, and that's what justice did for me. In fact, I have an organization with my friend Tom Morello called Axis of Justice that we've had since 2002, and we take on a number of different causes and anything having to do with injustice, labor issues, human rights issues, and environmental issues.
Well, I feel humbled because you're such a passionate advocate of this. I mean, you are front, center, and you fight those battles every day. And I'm still trying to wrap my head around the enormity of that question. And it's funny, I'm about to embark on this film on the West Memphis 3, which is also a question of, a terrible mistrial of justice, right? These 17-year-olds in West Memphis that were put in prison for something that they didn't do. And how is that possible? And I do think that once the train has left the station we were talking about, once people decide to prosecute, then their job is to get a conviction, whether it's just or not, right? And which is why I'm so passionately against the death penalty, because it's just, what if, at some point, it's a human life we're talking about, and this is a genocide we're talking about. So I don't even know how you begin to broach, justice on that scale. It just seems to me so monumental.
By the value of, I just 1.5 million lives, the property, the relocation, the pogroms,
I think that's one of the most moving things about Peter Billington's book, Black Dog of Fate, is that those pages where you sort of read, his grandmother's insurance claim, and there's a list of all the people she lost, and and you just go, that's insane. That this person, that's the only recourse that she had at the time, right, was to extract, an insurance claim, and which she never got, right? And I agree. It is within us. We need that. How do we satisfy that? And I can't imagine it. And it's odd that if it is ingrained, why don't we have the mechanism to prevent it? Why is it that we can allow that to happen, that scale? And it is odd that maybe when it is at that scale, it becomes even more abstract.